Hey friends, welcome to the SquadCast. I'm Eric.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Jen.
Oh, it all rhymes tonight. How nice is that?
Welcome, Jen.
Hey guys.
Hey. Hey, first question we always ask is who are you? Where are you from? Give us the quick and dirty. Who's Jen?
Well, I'm live in Cleveland. I've been here most of my life. And I don't know, I'm 43 and yeah, born and raised here.
Cool. Midwest. I like it. I'm in Illinois, so not too far from you.
You guys in your crazy time zones.
What?
Oh, you tree-hugging hippies out there, we'll let you go. So hey Jen, what got you into triathlon? What kind of got you going in this sport?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I was about 23 years old when I did my first triathlon. It was 1999, and I was actually pretty wild in my younger years. And
that was a good year to party.
I was decided that I needed to stop drinking for a while because it had just been getting kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. So I stopped drinking around December and just started kind of hanging out with a group of people that like to train a lot. I was always an athlete my whole life since I was 4. I started with gymnastics, and then I played soccer for 15 years and softball, and kind of started just running. I was I don't know, just doing some like 5Ks, 10Ks, things like that. But when I decided to stop drinking, I met a group of people, and they were like really into rock climbing and running and triathlon, and there's like a couple of them that had done a triathlon, and there was a couple of us that haven't. And so we decided just to train for an Olympic. And so that summer I think I did like 5 sprints or 4 sprints in an Olympic or something like that. And so I was about 23. And that's kind of how I started. It was just an outlet of me to do something healthy with healthy people instead of just drinking all the time.
Wow, so you've been doing triathlon for a little while now, huh?
Well, not really. I mean, yes and no. So after that summer, I decided to start drinking again. And triathlon kind of just fell by the wayside. I still ran a little bit. I did like some half marathons and some 10Ks, but honestly, like I was just never able to sustain the type of training it required because I was just partying all the time.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
I mean, hey, I am like jealous of the people that can just like balance it all because there's no way. But the cool thing is I don't know what it was. There was like something about triathlon that, you know, after that summer, it was like always inside of me, the desire to like want to go back and do more. I thought about it all the time, and I tried to train numerous times, and I could just never sustain it. But I mean, it was like in my heart, and I knew that I would come back to it. I mean, it was like a vision that I carried. And so when I got sober at the age of 30, that first year, I did a sprint that summer and just started training again and trying to get healthy. But then like, I don't know, I'll just keep going into it if you guys don't mind.
No, that's what we're here for.
So, you know, it's when you get sober, it takes, you don't, you know, life is kind of messy. People don't get sober because things are going well, you know, and so there was a lot of healing that had to take place, and a lot of changes that happened in my life, and things that were more important, truthfully. Like I had to go back to college, and, you know, that was always something that was like lingering, that I knew that, you know, it was just a big regret in my life. Like I knew I needed to finish college. And so, you know, I started going back to college and just, you know, started working again, and I was married at the time, but was going through a divorce because our lives were just going in 2 separate directions. And so there was a lot of things that I had to address. But still, it was like that vision of doing triathlon was like always inside of me. I was going to school at Cleveland State, and I'd walk by the pool, and swimming was always like the big nemesis. You know, it was just the thorn in the side. And, you know, I could bike and I could run, but like I just had no idea how to swim. And I didn't even know where to go to like get help for swimming. I was just clueless and green, and I was afraid of the water. But anyway, I would walk past the pool at CSU and just be like, and it's a really big 50-meter pool, and I would be like, just like dream about it. I'm like, I know I'm going to do it again someday. You know, like I got to just figure this out. I got to just, you know, get over my water anxiety. And, you know, so I don't know. I was probably about 8 years. Well, I'm 12 years sober now. So yeah, about 8 years sober, was when I, made a really big change for my health. I had been like really depressed and had gotten, I was really overweight, and decided to just make a really big health change and switch over to a plant-based diet. Started losing weight, started coming alive inside, and then started training. And I was like, you know, I was like unstoppable. I was like, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to figure this out. And, you know, got coaches. That's pretty much when I jumped on with AJ and, you know, got swim lessons and started doing masters and, you know, and kind of worked through all that. But so it's been kind of a long journey. You know, even though I started back in 1999, it wasn't consistent. It just kind of, you know, has evolved over the years. But I have been consistent with my training over the last 4 years, and have been with AJ. Actually, Ryan coaches me, but I've been with them for the last 4 years. So,
you know that mean man named Ryan.
He's so perfect for me. Oh my God. So who's coached by Ryan? Or one of you guys coached by Ryan?
I am.
Okay.
I'm uncoachable.
So
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, I teeter that as well. And Ryan is like perfect for me because Ryan is like, he tells me no on a daily basis, you know, because I need someone to, because I'm always like, this is not enough. I'm never getting enough. Like I always want more. And he like, oh no. And then like in a week, I'll be like, I'm so tired. I'm just like overworked. But he's been so great for me. And I just feel like he really understands me as a person and is able to, you know, really help me like balancing like work and life and just my overall mental well-being. And I feel really grateful for him for that. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So was it when AJ was in Cleveland? Is that how you got connected with him and ended up joining the team in his coaching group? How did that connection happen?
You know, I was coming on and I was looking for a coach because I knew that I needed some guidance. And I just started seeking out coaches in the area. And honestly, like AJ wasn't in specifically like living in Cleveland. I think he was in Florida at the time. But I had started paying attention to other athletes and to seeing like who was coaching them. And I saw some of the, you know, the people that AJ was coaching, and they were the really strong athletes. And I was like, you know, this guy seems to be working with, you know, the really good athletes in the area. And I had, you know, and I was just really attracted to that. I wanted to be under some really good coaching. And I felt like, and I had asked around, I was kind of working with some guy locally, but I knew it was like not a good fit. And then I was like asking around with some of the other coaches and never really got. Some of the other coaches, like the athletes, were just like, well, you know, they're okay, they're good, they're okay, but I never got like really great reviews until I talked to AJ's athletes, and they like loved AJ. So, and I knew that was going to be a good fit for me. Plus, you know, AJ's crazy and I'm crazy, and I was like attracted to that. Like, you know, I was like, this guy is like, you know, a little edgy, and that was good for me because, you know, I'm crazy. So, and I just kind of felt like he was in the center. I remember talking to JD, and I think that was AJ's first athlete that he coached, and JD was like, he's in the center. He knows exactly what's going on. He's working with all the professionals, you know, and so, you know, I just kind of figured that I would be in the best hands with him. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what made you join the team outside of the coaching? Or is it just the coaching?
It's just kind of like a no-brainer. It just, you know, I mean, at first I was a little apprehensive because when I came on, it was small. You know, there was no Baco squad, and there was just a small group of us. And I was like, it's like getting so big, and I like kind of like the small feel of it, you know. And I was like, well, I'll try it. And then I think like 1 year I wasn't on the team, but I was just coached. It was kind of like a weird year, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I've kind of just gone with the flow of the evolution of the team, and I love it. I mean, we're developing. There's like a nice little niche of us here in Cleveland, and we do quite a few things together, and it's been awesome. Yeah, so I like the vibe. I like the energy. I think it's interesting because I'm part of a local racing team here, and I don't feel as connected to them as I do to this team. And half the people aren't even local. So, I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but.
I feel you. I get what you mean.
I get it. I've been a part of local teams around me, and none of them have I felt as connected as with this group of folks. And
Yeah.
my running line is that I'm less comfortable with people that I live right next door to than a bunch of people I can meet in murder cabins in the middle of the woods of New York than that I met online, right? Because there's a team feel, there's a connectivity.
For sure, yeah.
Cool.
There's definitely good energy.
So we're on the team area. I'm going to ask, because we always ask everybody, what's like the dumbest thing you've done since you got on the team?
Oh shit.
Yes.
This is gonna be a good one.
No, I don't know. That's I think that's a hard question. I don't really do too many stupid things anymore. I mean, back in the day, oh man, those are the stories that could be on this. But I don't know.
What's the craziest shit you've seen since being on the team? Maybe not that you've done necessarily.
I'm so lame. I don't know. I stay away from all the crazy these days. Like crazy in what regard? As in like someone doing something stupid during a race, or someone acting like an idiot?
It's up to you.
In the eyes of the beholder.
Well, for some people, crazy is like, oh, I did 100 miles on my bike. Well, for some people, that's not crazy. And then for some people, crazy is like Ken doing a beer mile, or me, or crazy is whatever you decide it is. So,
I mean, I guess I don't know.
Substitute outlandish for your favorite adjective.
It's not necessarily something that I've done, but there's like a fellow triathlete that isn't local, and we did Muscle Man a couple years back, and he like stopped it. He was on the race, and he was stopping at the wineries during the race. So I thought that was pretty stupid, but funny. I mean, he's a good man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really feel like there's been too much. I kind of stay away from it. I haven't really seen too much crazy. That's not a good question for me.
All right. Well, I'll give you a tip, and you can say that you stole this. That's fine. If you want to do something crazy and you want to support the team, next time you're at a race, start going, I say Xer, you say size. Or I say try, you say athlon. Try. Athlon, right?
Okay.
And you got that from Dark Mark, by the way.
It's okay. Yeah. All right.
What's the most fun you've had since being on the team?
Oh God. And there's a lot of stuff that we do. Like this year locally, Rob is God, I've been loving those Zwift rides. Those have been really fun. But we've been doing a lot of stuff locally in Cleveland. So that's been cool. We've done some like cool social events. I had a potluck here at my house, and I don't know, we've just been doing some gatherings. So that's been cool. I've been enjoying that a lot. I haven't done any of the I didn't go to Aruba. I did Ohio was like a big team race a couple years ago. Wildflower, but I didn't really get to see everyone at Wildflower.
Yeah, I mean, that was out there.
Yeah, that was by far like the best race ever. So that was an amazing experience.
Cool.
But yeah, that's probably it. Probably the stuff that we've been doing locally in Cleveland. It's been nice. Yeah.
What's your forte? What's your favorite distance of race?
Probably my favorite is half Ironman. I'll be doing my third Ironman this year. My first one was Maryland, the year that the swim got canceled. So I don't even know what you call that. But so technically I'm kind of doing my second Ironman this year, but I think my sweet spot is the half. Like I love that distance. I have fun. It's always a hard race, but it's sustainable. The Ironman was fun. But oh my God, mile 19 of the run, it like really took on a whole new meaning. You know, it was like reverting back to my like acid days. I swear to God, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm tripping. Like, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I think it was just from all day long of like gels and sport drink and caffeine. And I was just like in this place that like, it was insane. But, and that's what I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm like 18 again on LSD. And so that was kind of crazy, but, yeah, I like the half. It's fun. You can kind of rock it out. So.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You have the most popular distance that everyone seems to like the half, and everyone. Thanks for saying that you had to be on drugs to do the full, because now I understand the feeling I had.
Right. It's trippy, right?
Yeah, it hurts in different ways.
Yeah, it was like mental. It was more mental pain than like physical.
Yeah.
I think my body felt fine, but it was just this like mental mind F that that I was like, well, I'm in a dark place right now, you know? And like, thank God my family was at the finish line, because I was like, there's no way. I'm like, damn it. My mom bought me a finisher's coat the day before. They allowed her to buy me one. And I'm like, I need that damn coat.
Mom's
and I'm
gonna
like, they
return
came all the way. I know.
All sales are final. You got to finish now.
Oh.
So Jen, what's big on your schedule for this season?
Well, I started out. I had a really nice spring. I did Big Sur and then Wildflower the weekend after. So that's probably one of the dumbest things I've done. Yeah, you actually asked for like the stupidest thing. That right there was probably the stupidest thing that I've done yet. So that was actually the first standalone marathon I ever ran. And that was like kind of like a bucket list race for me. When I was younger, I'd always see pictures of Big Sur and I'm like, I want to do this. And so that was an awesome opportunity. And then Wildflower opened up right after that. So I had a group of friends that were like wanting to do Wildflower. So the whole trip just organically like kind of came together. So it was a no-brainer. But oh my God, so the bike course was so hard at Wildflower, right? And it's like as soon as I was about mile 2 on the bike, and I was like, oh no, this is going to be ugly. Like my legs were so trashed from the weekend before, because Big Sur is not a super easy marathon either.
No.
And there's a lot of climbing, and a lot of the camber made it difficult. So I don't know. That was big, I thought. And then my A race now, it would be Ironman Louisville. Again, I'm getting ready to do Muscleman this weekend, and then Boulder 70.3 in a couple weeks, and then I'll peak for Louisville.
Wow, what are you going to use to fill out your season? Jeez. God. Now I feel like a scrub for having like a couple of maybes left in the year.
Yeah, we're now afraid of you.
Well, no, and like speaking of stupid, this is like how the addict brain works. I was actually originally signed up for Placid, and so I was going to do Placid and Louisville. Then I was like, no, this is stupid. So I switched to Boulder. I don't know. That was like a really, I get these grandiose ideas that, I'm like, should I do this? Should I do this? And no. It was too much. After I came down from Wildflower and Big Sur, I was like, no, I need a little break, and then I'll build back up for Louisville. So it worked out good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are some of the ways that we can, as a team, support you and what you're doing? What's the kind of the
I don't know, keeping entertaining and making me laugh. I don't know. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's just this organic sense of community that's already there, that's present, that is very attractive to me. It's just fun. I feel like, there's always people are competitive and fun, but are having a lot of fun doing this. So I don't know. There's really nothing I need. I'm enjoying it. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we appreciate you taking the time and letting us know how crazy you are and how crazy how crazy we can be as a team together.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you guys doing? Well, we're kind of planning a late fall vacation race. I've been seeing AJ try to plan something like in Mexico or something.
Baja
Have you guys
like
been?
in the
and
Baja.
Daytona.
Yeah.
I might be
Challenge
able to.
Baja mate race.
I might be able to make Daytona. I've got family down there, so that's kind of organic. But I need to see how trashed I am. I've got a 100-miler in October.
Oh, talk about crazy! Never would I ever. No, that's like the real stupid idea. 100-miler. Which one are you doing?
Hennepin. It's flat. It's fast.
Okay,
So
so that's your jam. You're an ultra runner.
yeah.
Okay,
So
awesome.
well, we hope to see you out there.
Yeah,
You gonna do
for
one
sure.
of those?
No, hell, I'm pacing my friend who's doing her first 100-miler this year.
Oh, no, not the ultras. The team ones.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, because it depends on what he decides. Because I'll be doing Louisville October, and I just might need a break after that. So
Okay.
or I might just come down for the vacation. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Baja or Daytona in December. That's all I can say.
Yeah, exactly. Especially being in Cleveland.
Well, hey, if I don't catch you sooner, maybe next Wildflower. I'll see you.
Yes. Oh my God, what an awesome race. All right, sounds good.
All right.
Nice
thanks,
talking
Jen.
to you guys.
All right.
All right,
thanks,
take
Jen.
care. All right, bye.
Bye.